So today we're making Falcons better and putting a Trancecool in to keep the auto trans nice and cool so we can tow without things breaking and transmissions going bad, because that's what these cars do. I mean, everything about them's bad, but we're making them better, so yeah. I'm lining up a Trancecool, so that's it over there. Just trying to figure out where's the optimal place to run it, because we'll be taking the lines out of the radiator, which are where Jake's head is at the moment. So you got your two trans lines running down here, that one, and there's one below it. So we'll be disconnecting them from the radiator, running them through a gap which is somewhere in there, and yeah, running it onto that Trancecool. And it'll look like I have a mad race car because I'm going to get rid of the grill, and yeah, hope you find something. So Jake, what's the plan, mate? What's the plan? Don't work inside. Don't be so angry with the cameraman. This bloke. Alright, so thinking, mount it around that area somewhere, run two L brackets, bolt it to that, and that'll have it nice and secure. And then find some hoses and yeah, make things happen. Oh, look at that. Just happened to find a bracket that's pretty much what we need. How kill is that, Jake? Bringing scrap metal from work and boom. Not from work, I mean from this bin down the road. Perfect bend on it. Safety first. So the first mock up on the first bracket. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's a sexy bracket, that. So there's holes in the brackets now, and get it test fitted. Then we can drill a hole up the top, and then it will stay there. That'll be awesome. Yeah, on there. Boom, hole, drill, hole, sick. What up, Falcon? Can we go to Bunnings and get some paint so I can paint my cooler black? Yeah. Nah. Because I don't want a black cooler.
Why, just want a white cooler? You fucking racist?
Nah, it's not about racism, it's just...
Fucking racist?
It's the black cooler, looks cooler, you know? Alright. 12, 13, 12, 13. Where's my hammer, bro? I found it. Hey Jake, I'm a blacksmith now. Look at that. I made a bracket. You proud of my fabrication skills?
Really great fabrication skills.
Mate, I fabricated that. That used to be a straight bit of metal. Now it's bent like a champ. Bent like you. Ha.
Not having it, mate. Not having it.
Well, it looks pretty fancy. Let's have a look at my bracketing skills. Oh, mate. That is beautiful.
Middle. And same out there.
So basically just make it up.
Hey?
So basically just make up where I'm going to put these holes. I didn't actually screw this one up. Pretty sure it was blunt to start with. Never struggled to drill a hole before. I think all these bits are screwed, bro. Pretty sure you set me up, man. You blunted them and then you gave them to me. You're like, oh yeah, drill some holes, man. Dude, you saw me drilling the 180. Like a champ.
This is shit metal.
I've never drilled through thick stuff.
I'll show you.
Give me some drilling lube. Alright, watch a pro drill a hole. Let's go, Jake. Let's drill, mate. You're stuck. Whoa.
Like 2 seconds.
Whoa. You guys gonna drill holes. That's the bloke you want to see. But I'm the fabricator though, so you know. I made that bracket hell good, Jake. And then you just put the holes in it for me because you couldn't drill very well. It's okay. I can drill holes in cars. Oh, I need to drill another hole in the car. Right guys, I'll show you how to drill a hole properly. I'm not gonna drill, don't worry.
Yeah, it's drill.
Alright.
Just a little bit.
Just enough to.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my mark. I'm gonna drill a hole. Jake, film me drilling a hole because I'm gonna show them how to do it. So, on the spot. Nice and slow, lots of pressure. That's not how you drill a hole.
Just tighten it.
So what happens when it doesn't tighten good? That had nothing to do with me. Hole.
It's not over yet, mate. Come on.
Look at that, 1.2 seconds.
Shit metal.
Best hole driller. Any tool's a hammer, by the way.
Yeah.
Bang race car. Like this. Alright, so we're heading off to Bunnings, greatest shop in the world. Gonna go find some mesh. That looks workshop quality. Oh, that's pretty expensive, eh? What's the cheapest one you can get? $3. That's right in our price range. Alright guys, this is where you can get good squeegees and mops. Mops are sick. There's so many mops everywhere. Squeegees somewhere here. Look at that. It's an aluminium. Is that aluminium? Oh, what?
Aluminium.
How much is that stuff? $10 a meter. Alright, so we bought some stuff. We got some fly screen, just for your doors. But it's gonna work as a grill because race car. Got a dustpan and broom, so we cleaned up some stuff. Some hooks from my house. So I can put some stuff on the walls. Jake's got some paint, so we can paint some things. Good effort, Bunnings. What are you doing, Jake? Oh, look at that. That's how you paint rooms.
Don't even prep, bro.
This is how you make your Falcon better. Oh, dude, that looks good. Alright, so we're saving the race car mesh for something else because it looks stupid on my Falcon, so that's how it looks now, back to normal. It's even cooler though if you look real closely. But yeah, maybe we'll save it for when you respray it and you get some mad headlights in the aftermarket. So basically, the Trancecool is installed to maximize the life of the transmission. Now, we live in Australia, so it's generally a hot climate anyway, so trans fluid tends to heat up really quick. The hot climates don't help it in cooling, and the factory cooling system is actually a heat exchanger through the radiator. So you have your trans fluid flowing through the radiator in order to cool it. These Falcons have a common issue where the radiator actually gets broken, splits inside, so your trans fluid and your coolant mix and you end up with coolant in your transmission. Now that's bad because it kills your trans and you end up having to buy a new transmission, new radiator, and replacing all your hoses. So to avoid that, I've bypassed the radiator, and I know a lot of people tend to run trans coolers via the radiator, then to the cooler and back to the trans. To me that seems almost pointless because, like I said, I live in a hot climate, so the vehicle actually heats up quite quickly and the trans fluid gets the operating temperature rather quick without having to use the coolant as a heating element. Basically the Trancecool I've used is out of a Stager. It's the factory power steering unit for a Stager. Now the Stager comes out with, I think it was, yeah, it has a single cooler for the power steering fluid. That cooler seems to be an appropriate size for a Trancecooler. It's quite large and it's not your generic tube style cooler. It's more like a radiator design, so it does have a large surface area, and where it's mounted there's a lot of airflow, so it would be really good for the temperatures there. Now what happens when trans fluid gets hot, it starts oxidizing and therefore becomes less efficient. Eventually your trans fluid burns and it will stop working like it's supposed to, which means your transmission life becomes shorter and essentially you'll start feeling your shifts becoming a bit sloppy and your trans will start slipping. Now when you're towing, you're putting your transmission under more load, the power steering, the transmission fluid actually gets hotter and you start getting temperatures really getting up there, especially when traveling uphill. Now these Falcons are rated to tow 2.3 ton, and with the drift car and a trailer at the back, we're getting really close to 2 ton worth of weight at the back, plus all the tools and everything else that goes in the back of the ute. So a Trancecool is a great idea if you're going to be towing. I think it's recommended by most manufacturers to actually install an external Trancecooler when towing or doing forward driving or anything that really puts a load on your vehicle. So the lines that normally go to the radiator, I've taken them off and plumbed them into the external cooler. So it essentially runs like the factory unit, except the cooler is actually bigger than the heat exchanger in the radiator. I test drove the vehicle, there's no leaks, it looks to be all good. So this can be good. I'm interested to see how the vehicle performs now with the trans temperatures dropped a little bit, and also how it goes under towing circumstances. I haven't actually used the vehicle for towing yet, so yeah, next weekend will be my first go at towing with it, and hopefully it all goes well. So during the next week I'll be testing that out, make sure there's no leaks. I'd like to check the temperature difference and I'll get back to you on that, but I haven't done that yet. For now all I care about is it's working, it's in there, and I've done my brakes on the ute. So the ute's pretty much ready now to tow. Everything's mechanically up to scratch, so should be good. Next weekend we've got Matsuri's shakedown event, which should be awesome because it'll give me a chance to drive the drift car as well. Give me a chance to tow the drift car, which should be a good test to see if it's all good for the Matsuri event in a couple of weeks. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back with a bit of drift action and a few other things in the next episode.